Hey YouTube, how you doing? This is imgaryk coming at you with another video. And this is my entry into Vhammer2010's 50 unsub contest. So he's going a little bit different direction with his channel than a lot of us are. But no, he's a good guy. I'm a fairly new subscriber to his channel, but he's got a lot of good stuff. In fact, he just did a two-part series on building a target stand. So, you know, the weather back where he lives is starting to get better, and he's thinking about going out to the range. So if any of you are in that kind of same situation, or you just want to know how to build a fairly inexpensive and easy target stand, check out his two-part video series on building a target stand. I built the same, or from the same design target stand, and I attached my video response of my video to his, and we sort of both owe the late Boy Scout. He's the one that came up with the design. So there are links to his original videos somewhere in there. But it's a really nice target stand to build. So if you're looking to find one that you can put together really easily and very quickly, once you get all the pieces cut to the right size, check that out. So good luck on having this contest. Thank you for having this contest, Vhammer2010. I guess congratulations on having 50 people unsubscribe to you. Alright, well, let's get into it. You wanted to hear an opinion, or an idea, or a prediction of something in the future. And not necessarily any or all of those, but something. Well, first off, let me make a quick prediction here. The game starts in about an hour or so, and I predict that tonight, and possibly tonight only, the Lakers will win one game, and it will be tonight's game against the Dallas Mavericks. I think they are sufficiently embarrassed and upset enough that by now they should be able to put together one win. Now, I'm not saying they're going to win the series, but they're going to win tonight. All right, there's my prediction. An idea. He also talked about an idea, and this is, I don't want to drag this out, but here's an idea I have. Especially when you see all this flooding that's been going on in our country, in the middle of the country, the Mississippi, and what happened in, say like in Nashville a while back, and in New Jersey, and anywhere else that's been, flooding. That if we have a lot of infrastructure needs in this country, one of them that could be tackled and may get a lot of people in the construction area to work, or just if they need people to push a shovel to dig some trenches, it could put a lot of people to work. We need to figure out a way, I think, to build aqueducts and canals and pumping stations from the areas of this country that historically flood all the time still. That seems to be the middle of the country, and pump and channel that water when they need to, or when they would want to, if the need arises, to places, say like California. We generally have a lot of drought a lot of the time. Florida, Texas, any place in this country where for whatever reason there's a need for water, and another place has a lot of, having aqueducts and pumping and channels and pipes to do that might be helpful. And I think that could get a lot of people back to work and help. Not only could we build those, but while we're doing it, we could lay a lot more fiber optic and telecommunication stuff, get the internet in this country to be much better than it is. There are countries like South Korea and Japan and everywhere else that have much better internet capability, high speed than we do, and that should not be the case. So there's my idea. And an opinion. Alright, we'll do all three things. In my opinion, if you love firearms, hunting, knives, basket weaving, whatever it might be, going to old bookstores where you can pick up some of these books, and yes, they might be older, but older doesn't mean bad. Older just means they might have information that may not be the most modern, but it doesn't mean it's wrong, or just information on things that don't exist anymore or aren't necessarily prevalent. So books about old firearms and knives and things like that, for somebody like those of us in this kind of community, from preppers to hunting and fishing and guys who just like the guns and shooting and all that kind of stuff. These kind of books are really exciting to find for very cheap prices. And these are two of the newest ones that I've come across. This one is called Small Arms of the World by Joseph E. Smith, and it was updated by W.H.B. Smith. But this book dates back to like the 60s, and it breaks down weapons, small arms, by their country that they were used in. So you'll have like Argentinian weapons, or weapons from Poland, or it has a United States section, a UK section, Japanese section. So it breaks them down by the country, and that's pretty interesting. I really like the way they break them down and see the small arms used by a particular country throughout their history, or at least when this book up to the history when this book was written. And this book I think dates back to the 70s. It was a gun trader's guide. So this was a guide that collectors use to get prices on weapons and find out information. And it was one thing I looked up in it is something that I just was able to purchase was a Colt Woodsman Series 1. I was in my local gun store, and in the consignment case it had just come in, Colt Woodsman first series. And so this has a little information about it, about the original price was, well, at least at the time of this book, was put together $240, and talks about all the different Colt Woodsmen that have Series 1, 2, and 3. And so I was very excited, because I got this book just a couple days before I actually walked into my gun shop and found the Colt Woodsman. And so there we go. So things like that. So you find out information about all type of what prices were, all kinds of. They got great pictures, great illustrations. They're just fantastic, fantastic references to have in your library. So thank you again to Vhammer2010. Congratulations on having your contest. Keep up the great work. Be safe, be good. God bless America, and we'll talk to you all later.